Hey guys, Coach Pillowfist here. Now to the people that post videos of themselves hitting the heavy bag or shadow boxing, keep doing your thing. Keep doing that. I respect you. Forget what everybody says in the comments. On the comment section of every boxing or fight video, you'll see criticizing comments like, oh, you need to move your head more. Oh, you have no footwork. You're too flat-footed. Oh, you need to bring your hand back to your face when you throw your punches. Even videos of professionals and world-class fighters, you'll see comments like this. Now the advice itself makes sense. There's nothing wrong with the piece of advice that they're giving. It's just that it's unrealistic to expect this person to be doing all of these things constantly perfectly right. Not even world-class fighters and world champions are doing every single thing perfectly right to the book. So when people criticize you on videos of you hitting the bag, don't worry about that, all right? You guys are doing great. As a matter of fact, let's take the 4 most common comments and debunk them. The first comment that we're gonna debunk is when people say, keep your hands up. Now obviously putting your hands up, that's your guard. That's your shield from oncoming punches. Usually in amateur boxing, you'll see fighters with their hands up all the way up here, but it's more prevalent at the professional level that fighters are holding their guard a little bit lower. Take Regis Prograis for example. He almost never has his hands up to his face, but it's okay because that works for him. That's his style. At the professional level, it's more important that you're moving your head, you're parrying punches, you're using other forms of defense other than just relying on blocking and relying on your guard as a last line of defense. Now, a common thing that these boxing experts criticize when they don't see your hands come back up to your head when you guys are throwing your punches. And yeah, I agree that the non-punching hand should return back to the face, but literally no professional boxer in the history of boxing has this perfect. Here's Caleb Plant working the heavy bag. I don't see his hands coming back perfectly to his face, do you? Here's Canelo Alvarez working his liver punch. Granted, he should pay more attention to his right hand guard, but he's still an elite pound for pound fighter. And we all know Dmitry Bivol, top light heavyweight champion. Even he doesn't bring his hand straight up to his face during punches. Vasily Lomachenko, 396-1 amateur record. I don't see that right hand coming back up to his face. The next common criticizing comment that I see is when people say that you're too flat-footed and you have no footwork. You might as well just say that there's only one style of boxing and everybody should fight the exact same way. Because boxing on your toes and moving around a lot is more favorable to the defensive fighters that don't prioritize power in their punches. And that's not a bad thing, it's just not the only way to fight. So stop acting like fighters like Teofimo Lopez and Canelo Alvarez should be fighting like Dmitry Bivol or Lomachenko or Usyk. So here's flat-footed Teofimo Lopez outworking the quicker, more agile Josh Taylor to upset the odds for the WBO super lightweight strap. And here's flat-footed Canelo destroying the quicker, more agile, constantly moving Billy Joe Saunders. Again, flat-footed Canelo having absolutely no issues walking down the quick and agile Jermell Charlo, who's constantly moving around, constantly on his toes. Flat-footed Artur Beterbiev, 19-0, 19 knockouts, unified light heavyweight champ. Flat-footed Errol Spence, picking apart a very technical Yordenis Ugas. And here's a fan favorite, flat-footed Gervonta Tank Davis, walking down and annihilating the constantly moving Mario Barrios, who is an undefeated world champion at this time. All right. And the last comment that I'm going to go over is you should move your head more. Head movement is a vital form of defense, and yeah, I agree, most people should move their head more. But you also can't act like fighters are out there just moving their head for 90% of the fight, because that's unrealistic too. Too much constant head movement is not only energy draining, but it's also predictable. So here's Mikey Garcia versus Errol Spence. Neither of these guys are really known for much head movement, but look at this phenomenal defense from both of them without using head movement. Look at this. Catching, deflecting, parrying. This is just beautiful stuff here. See, you don't always have to be moving your head. Granted, however, I really do think that Errol Spence's lack of head movement really hurt him against Terence Crawford. Like, he's really got to start moving his head more. Dmitry Bivol, another guy not really known for head movement, but defending well against the ropes against Zurdo Ramirez here. Shakur Stevenson, his jabs and distance management is so great that he barely even has to use his head movement. Look at the very aggressive Oscar Valdez throwing everything at him, but neither of them are landing. And Naoya Inoue, another fan favorite, fighting one of the best counterpunchers in boxing in Nonito Donaire. not really moving his head, but reacting accordingly to this oncoming counter left hook from Nonito Donaire. Pow! But all right, everybody, thank you guys for tuning into that video. If you guys have any questions, please comment down below. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys on the next one.